to Horsehead Bookends. It has now been 2 weeks since the last RSD Drop number 3, and we are 2 weeks away from Record Store Day, Black Friday, and I do have the list somewhere over on my desk, and we will talk about that at one point in time. But I thought for today, let's do a quick recap of the past 3 RSD drops, August, September, October, pull out the winners, the losers, and maybe some surprising grabs that we got. Let's start with basically some numbers in total. For the 3 drops, there were 374 records released, and I believe the first drop in August had the most at 169. September came in second at 106, and October was last at 99 records released for drop number 3. Out of all of those records, I bought 26, and that would basically mean I bought 7% of all the records released. This is everything I got, aside from the Sun Ra box set, the Grateful Dead box set, and 2 7-inch box sets. The Brazilian Funk and the one ska box set. The name escapes me right now, but I didn't get them out. But these are all the other ones I picked up. So we're going to go through them, and let's talk about the winners and the losers for these 3 drops. So my number 1 pickup for the August drop was Spacehog's Resident Alien. This was a great album. I absolutely loved it. I believe this is the first time it was on vinyl. I had the CD when it first dropped back in 96, 95, and I listened to it a whole lot, and the album sounds absolutely fantastic. Now, my biggest disappointment of the August drop was, again, Spacehog Resident Alien, and my biggest disappointment was that they only printed less than 1,500 copies, and that's just a shame. They needed to press a lot more of these, and I'm kind of upset that not a lot of people got to pick this up, because it is a absolutely fantastic album. Let's move on to the September drops. My number 1 pick for the September drop was Primus's Suck on This, another awesome album I had on cassette back in the day. This sounds amazing. I absolutely love it. It's gotten so many spins already, and the cover is 3D, and they give you a pair of 3D glasses as well, so that's pretty nifty. But this is my definite number 1 for the September drops. Now, my biggest disappointment for the September drop, Dance Craze. You know what? I love this album. At least I thought I loved this album. I did find my CD copy of it in my basement, and I do remember listening to it, and I thought I really enjoyed it. But out of the 2 ska compilations that came out between Dance Craze and this R2 Tone, I just find that this R2 Tone is a much better compilation than Dance Craze. But for me, for the September drops, it was hard for me to pick a disappointment, because everything I got in the September drop was terrific. I really wasn't disappointed in anything, even Dance Craze. It just, I had to pick a bottom, and that one was it. Now let's move on to the final drop, October. October surprised me the most. These were the albums that I didn't think I was going to love the most, or were disappointed in the most. So it really shocked me after listening through everything I grabbed in October. So my favorite one that I picked up was Bob Mould's Circle of Friends. This live concert is so good. It's so intense. After I finish listening to it, I feel winded, as if I was at an actual concert, and I just feel completely drained. It's that good, and I think just when you're listening to a live show and you're not there, I kind of think that's the feeling you want to get. It's you want to just, you know, the artist did everything in their power to give you a great performance, and it really comes through on this album. Now, as far as my biggest disappointment goes, this actually really hurt me that I was disappointed in this album, and that was Warren Zevon's greatest hits, according to Judd Apatow. Now, I love Warren Zevon. I think he's terrific, but for some reason, the flow of this album just didn't do it for me. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into it, and when I listened to it, I just felt disappointed. So this is not one that I really keep in my, I guess this is not one that I keep in my quick to grab shelf. I actually put this downstairs in my stack. So this one was shocking, and it actually hurt me a little that I didn't like this more. So right here is my my biggest disappointment for October. Now, with all three drops, I'm sure that me, just like some of you, will grab some records that you've either never heard before or you want to check out. So I just want to pull out one or two records that absolutely surprised me the most when I listened to them. Okay, so the runner-up for the biggest surprise on all three drops is Miles Davis, Double Image. Now, I believe this was released a while ago, I think on CD, maybe on vinyl, but I've never heard it before. And if you are a fan of Miles Davis and Bitches Brew, I highly recommend trying to grab a copy of this. It is absolutely fantastic. And Side B, LP1 Side B. It's the heat. It's so good. I recommend any way you can, give this a listen. It is fantastic. The biggest grab for me out of all three drops that I was not expecting is Parish Hall. This one was recommended for me. I've never heard of them. I gave it a listen on Apple Music, and I was blown away, and I was like, you know what, I need to have this in my collection, and thankfully my store had a copy and I was able to get it. But again, this is another one, very low print run. I hope they reprint it and more people can get this, because it will be a great part of your collection. So there are my top and bottom grabs for Record Store Day 1, 2, and 3. I think I did pretty well. I don't have really any regrets, even though there was ones that I wasn't very happy with. I liked really everything I got, and it's gotten multiple spins, and it will probably continue to get multiple spins at my house. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe and ring the notification bell. You'll get notified anytime I upload a new video. Questions or comments, please post them below, and please let me know what are your top and bottom records for these three Record Store Day drops. I would love to hear some of your opinions of what you thought were the best grabs, or ones that you regret picking up, or you just thought they were going to be good or completely disappointed with. Post below and let's start a conversation, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.